Let's talk about a written ergonomics policy for your workplace. Many times we think that every time a written policy is created, it has to be done so through maybe an outside consulting group. But sometimes it's too expensive or it's hard to find somebody to do that. There are lots of templates out there on the websites for free. But even if you don't have the ability to do that and you need to have some form of communication to your employees that may be in danger's way, let me just describe a really simple way to put together a quick written policy that will do until you can get an official written policy in place. I like to use the who, what, when, where, why, how, and in this case, how often approach. Let's talk about who. Who does this policy pertain to? What employees in the workplace are going to have those potential work safety issues that need to be aware of the different jobs that could cause them harm and what it is that they could do that would injure themselves? Let's talk about what. What injures them? Is it the repetition of a specific move? Is it the awkward balance or awkward off-balance standing? Is it doing the same motion that is very difficult to do because the weight is heavy, or it's an awkward rotating movement? So talking about what it is that's going to cause the problem is the second essential part of this written policy. When? When do the ergonomic standards apply? This is a very simple one to answer. You do it whenever there may be danger in the workplace. You do it before they go and do the job for the very first time. Or you do it as soon as you realize that this is a work practice that could cause potential harm. Where? Well, where is one of those things of where do I train them? Where do I keep my policy? The standard and policy that you're going to write is used while doing the training and the specific trainings on either devices you use to get rid of those risky movements and work practices in your employment group, or where you have to do it could even initiate on a job site. Maybe you're in construction and you're on a different location every day. And in every different location, there's a different risk group of things that might plague your employment. So having that standard policy copied and placed in an easy accessible location is exactly where it should be and used whenever you're doing training. Why? We know why. Ergonomics saves a lot of money and a lot of pain for everybody. We already learned that it saves over $45 billion in direct and non-direct associated fees to the employment group alone. But it also saves a person's livelihood and allows employees to go to work safely, and go home as healthy or healthier than when they arrived. How? How do they use the devices? You're going to outline those specific different tools or devices that have been put in place for them to not be injured while doing their work practice. Maybe it's lifting a load with a dolly, a two-wheel dolly, or a load cart. Maybe it's shifting the different locations of product if they're on an assembly line so that they're more in a neutral position and the movement is less irritating to their soft tissues. And then how do they implement it? This means that you might actually have to train them specifically above and beyond some of the things that we've helped you with in this video. How often? We train before they get into a situation where they have to use any devices or proper lifting techniques. We train them at least every 3 years, and we train them whenever we think they need remediation. So, don't forget to make your written policy as soon as you're ready to get your safe employment group back to work.